Hey, you guys, welcome to your reading for this week. I'm really excited to jump in and see what insight Spirit has for you. We're going to start like we always do and just look at your present energy, and then we'll maybe move on to the Angel Tarot and the archetypes at the end like we did last time. Okay, so, first card out. Didn't waste any time. Okay, so you got the Four of Cups in the upright, just coming straight out of the gate with your present energy. The Four of Cups really speaks to maybe being not as satisfied as one would want to be with what's materialized in your life so far. So there might be a little bit of this energy coming through you where you're looking at what's shown up in your life, can be a product of choices and decisions made. You could also feel like it was a hand that you've been dealt, or there could just be very many factors that are related to why you might not feel fully satisfied here. But there is an automatic piece of advice that comes through the Four of Cups, and it's really about being open to receive support. Right. So there's support from people around you who care about you. That's one level of support. But it also speaks to like this spirit level of support. So Four of Cups says, don't have such a tunnel vision. Don't have such a narrow way of like looking at things or wanting it to be a certain way and wanting it to be a certain way within a certain time frame. So it's kind of like, I want what I want right now, and I want it to be in this very specific way. You might feel like things have not panned out exactly the way that you want. That's coming through this energy. But it really says, look, if your vision is too narrow, right? If you're not spanning and zooming out wide enough, you could actually like almost miss out on an opportunity to receive help. I also liken this to what might feel like an opportunity that comes out of left field or that comes from a very unexpected place. But if you're too busy focused on like these cups down here and you're going, oh, I don't really like that. This isn't really what I asked for, or this isn't all that I asked for, then you really could miss that cup. This cup right here where spirit is, this is spirit, right? That's an opportunity. That is a helping hand, a helper. There could be people around you right now that are here to show up for you, that are offering you, generosity of their time and their advice, or even just like their kindness, as simple as that, which could make a huge difference in how this alignment continues to go, because how you feel, mindset, and the vibration, your frequency, that's also going to play a significant role in how this goes forward on your path, how things continue to go. So I would say, if this is you, check your energy, check your mindset. If you've been looking down or just seeing something a very specific way and you've been trying to want it to go this way, I want it to go this way, I want it to go this way, and maybe, just be careful, because you also don't want to make a risky move or say yes to something that should really be a no, or say no to something that should really be a yes, like that kind of energy. And I would really, if you're looking down, like pick your head up and look around you for where help is being offered. Be open-minded. That's kind of the energy of the Four of Cups. All right. What else is coming through your present energy at this time? Okay. Interesting. Okay. So right away, you're getting the Knight of Pentacles. There is this energy of working hard and kind of like steady, putting in the time, putting in the effort, taking the steps. It really is this energy of consistency. So not only is Spirit saying, hey, okay, open your mind to how this needs to go and how you need to approach it, but there needs to be this level of, and you could be doing this now, and this could be a part of the advice in terms of like, to keep going, to keep staying the course. You're putting in your hard work, right? I feel like you're taking the steps. I don't know if maybe you're not feeling like it's materializing the way that it should or as fast. But I don't see anything indicated here so far in your present energy that you're screwing it up or that you are off course. Here with the Knight of Pentacles, it is that slower moving energy. So that's just kind of the way that it stacks out. But I can tell you, the Knight of Cups is all about it being very stable. So you're more than likely, whatever it is you're working towards or you're asking for spirit to give you in this reading, it needs to come from a foundation that is really going to go the distance, that is really going to last. And honestly, I see that you're doing that here. So, yeah, don't fret, don't be sad. Like, don't feel like it's not where it should be. I feel like it's going exactly the way that it should be so far. I mean, we're only at the very beginning of the reading, so I'll tell you if anything else, comes up, obviously. What else? We'll try to get one last card for your present energy. See if there's anything else that Spirit just wants to confirm. Okay. This one didn't quite pop out, but it did like, bloop, bloop, it did like a little almost turn kind of thing. So we've got the Two of Swords here. Okay, so the Two of Swords is all about like making decisions, right? Being able to look at your options and make decisions and do it from a very conscious place. So look, what I'm gathering from just these three cards coming through your energy is I can tell that you're working towards something and you're being very diligent. And I can tell that it's important to you that this goes well, right? Maybe things in the past didn't go so well. Maybe things weren't always thought through. I don't know why. These are typically reasons why things mean so much to us. It's like, but I really feel like you're doing it the right way and you're laying the foundation. So what I would say is Two of Swords here, make a decision, make sure that you're seeing things clearly before you make your choice. Make sure that you are consulting from a spiritual perspective. I feel really, really adamant to tell you that about this here with the Two of Swords, because even if you consistently show up and put in really good work, this is like ethical. This is ethical work, but you also there's this responsibility to really come from a higher place. Because if you're thinking in your mind, like, look, I want to make sure that I make the right decisions and I do things the right way this time, then you got to go higher in your consultation with how you decide which direction to go in. You don't want to be caught in this place where you're like, okay, now I feel like I'm stuck in my mind and I don't know which way to go and I don't want to make the wrong move and should I and shouldn't I and should I and should I. It's like really coming from this place of higher spiritual consultation. Consult with your spirit guides. Let me get a clarifier just because on this Two of Swords and see if there's anything else Spirit wants to get more specific about with this Two of Swords for you. Spirit, can you give us more information on this Two of Swords for the collective? Anything else they should know when it comes to making this decision? Sorry, I laugh because Queen of Swords tried to pop out, which for many reasons, I find interesting. Okay, listen, you guys. So the clarification that Spirit has brought up for this Two of Swords energy. Okay, one of the reasons why you're not getting clear here, they're saying it's because you're simply not allowing yourself to rest, which I find kind of funny, but it's also super relatable because I deal with this type of energy as well. I think most of us as human beings do. It's like you want to make the right decisions, but some of you, it's like there's this energy of, okay, there's two things. For some of you, it is a need to go deeper for introspection. Okay, so let me just say that. Others of you are coming out of this place where it's like you're healing, you're coming into a deeper understanding of the truth. You're coming into new opportunities around clarity. So there is a lot of growth here. So I think that's just something that they want you to know is that's why it might feel kind of difficult sometimes to make a decision, but you are learning how to step into a deeper clarity, a deeper truth, and higher forms of communication. So, there's a lot of big themes in terms of your development that I feel like are coming through this reading so far. But look, none of this present moment energy looks like, oh, watch out for this, you're confused, you're this, you're that. I think you just need to open your mind, be open to advice that may come from unexpected places. Sometimes spirit uses people, I feel compelled to tell you, that you might think may not have a lot of value or a lot of knowledge here with the Four of Cups, but if spirit wants to use them to give you some sort of a helping hand and advice, as long as you can open up your mind and you're using your discernment, you should be, that's going to be helpful here on your path. Okay, so let's look at what is the challenge coming through your energy. What is your current challenge that you need to overcome to move into higher alignment here? What is the challenge you need to overcome? Oops. Sorry. Like slipping all the cards. Hold on. Okay. Oops. This is interesting. Seven of Swords is the challenge. Okay, so what I'm getting off of this so far is really being on the lookout for things that are not ethical. So if there's someone in your life, or if you ever find this energy for yourself where you're feeling like you're trying to get away with something or take a shortcut, I really don't. I feel like this is somebody in your life who may be trying to take a shortcut at times, or maybe trying to get away with certain things. It could be someone you're dealing with. It could be a boss, it could be a spouse, but it really is this energy of like something that's not being done in alignment with the greatest and highest good of all concerned. It's probably it's funny, this energy kind of came up last time in last week's reading, and I think I called it like things not being above board, but it's really anybody who is acting in a way that's in a lower vibration, or like not following the rules, or doing something that's sneaky or trickery. Like that's the type of energy you're going to have to really, I feel, exercise this type of energy with, the sword of truth, this communication. I feel like you're going to have to go within and really make good decisions. This is a lot of this energy does feel kind of like a part two, or very similar to last week's energy. Spirit, is there anything else as far as the collective challenge that they need to overcome? Oh, did you see that? Okay, so you got the Hierophant and the Six of Swords. So the Hierophant and the Six of Swords really speaks to like walking away from like, when I think of the Hierophant, it's kind of like dogmatic, or like a status quo, or some sort of system of operation that you are supposed to adhere from. But because you also have the Seven of Swords here, there may be things as a part of that system of operation that are, I don't know, they're like not, they're not okay. They're not ethical. It almost makes me think like if someone works at an institution, or attends a church, or belongs to a family, right? Those types of groups and bodies of people, jobs, church, family, organization, something like that, they always tend to have sort of like a culture, a company culture, or a family culture. And if there are things like this that are going on in the family, or things like that going on in the job, that you're going, oh, this is not right. Like, this is some low down, sneaky type of energy. I feel like Spirit is talking about overcoming that and really moving on to smoother waters. Some of you guys are going to literally be moving, like putting physical distance between you and that job or that group, or it could even be a person. I guess I should have said that too, because obviously there could be one particular person in your life that gets into this Seven of Swords energy, and you know that they're not right. You know that they're doing things that it's like you don't want to be associated with. Here with the Hierophant, they may represent some sort of body or rule, or something that you're supposed to like follow. I feel like this reading is going to go a little longer. So, just a heads up, the camera might cut off because I guess it only records for like 30 minutes, but we'll just keep going if it does. Yeah, there's some sort of governing body where either someone or the institution itself, there's some stuff going on that it's like the energy needs to be cleaned up. So that's your challenge for this time period, this week. We do these on a weekly basis. So Spirit's saying it's time to go. Boop, it's time to go. And in the Six of Swords, they're moving to, it is calmer shores. The water, I'll just show you. The water here is like really rumbly and rocky, but then the water out here, it's a lot more steady. I don't feel like wherever you're at or whoever you're dealing with, this energy is not, it's not steady. And they might think that they get a say or they know or they get to dictate here with the Hierophant, but I don't think you're tied to this person or this situation. Okay, let's look at your overall advice here. I feel like the reading has a lot of energy of just confirmation that you're on the right track, that you're making better decisions, that you're coming into clarity, that you need to keep an open mind. Don't rush anything. Here with the Knight of Pentacles, I just want to show you, sorry. Slow and steady wins the race. Lay the foundation the way it needs to be laid. There's no need to rush. You may feel here with the cups that it's not going as fast as you want to be going, but I'm telling you, if you overcome your challenge, because when I ask Spirit about the challenge, I ask, what is the challenge you need to overcome in order to move into this greater alignment, which is the path that you want to be on, that's going to bless you the most. And it is about being able to confront and move away from things that are not ethical. Don't stick with them, Spirit's saying. Don't just like let it fly. Don't just, that's kind of freaking powerful if you ask me, because with the Hierophant, I feel like sometimes you feel like you have to let it fly, or maybe you can't do anything, or you can't say anything. It's almost giving like the Devil card energy where it's like a sense of bondage. But I really think sometimes it's just gotta go. Like it can be that simple. Spirit, what is your overall advice for the collective here for more higher alignment in their life? Okay, you guys. So here we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups signifies obtaining deeper intuitive insight into a situation here. So it's normally like where somebody would come in like a messenger of sorts. It could be something quite literally like a therapist who, they're able to see deeper into your situation. But that's just like more of a literal sense of like the counselor. I feel like less of a literal sense would be like somebody else who comes into your life and says, hey, you need to look at this situation. Like, there's some shady-ish going on here, and you don't have to take that. It's like you don't have to stay, or this person's a narcissist, or this person, they're going to get you caught up if you stay, like that kind of energy. Page of Cups is really helping you out here. And I do think sometimes with the Page of Cups, when it comes to intuitive insight, it might sometimes feel hard to hear or hard, but however it is that you're receiving the information, it's information that's going to serve you on your path and help you. So if you've had someone in your ear kind of like trying to put you on notice about some of the stuff in your life and how to, make some better decisions here. I feel like that person, whether they're going to be with you for the long term or they're just like there to deliver that message and that's literally their only role, I feel like that's a very helpful thing. So I would take that advice, and look in on your situation and see the deeper truths of your situation here. Things maybe you have, they've been on a subconscious level hard to look at, or they've just kind of like, the wool's been pulled over your eyes. I don't know. Spirit, any other overarching advice? And then you guys will move to the archetype. Okay. I feel like we kind of moved through this message kind of fast. I don't know though. No? Well, you know, we have to go to the angel cards when the tarot is like not doing. Spirit, what is the overarching advice here for the collective? That was your card. Okay. Yay, we've broken in the reading. We've broken in the reading. Ah, the Empress. Yes. Time to act upon your new plans. Well, that's awesome and refreshing and makes sense. Your creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. So what I'm getting through the the Empress card of this angel deck is all about you being able to nurture, right? Nurture new creative ideas. In order to do that, one does have to get clear and get free. Did you hear that? Get clear and get free about lower vibrational ish that it may be around you, either with a person. If this is a person, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody when I say this. If this is a person, okay, you are not tied to this person. If this is someone in a leadership position, a clergy member, a pastor, I don't care if this is your mom, your dad, like I can see they have a lot of authority and dominion, whoever this person is, and they may be able to dictate the status quo. Could be like a boss, a supervisor, but sometimes it's honestly a spouse that just really sets the tone for how things should go. You know, take it how it resonates. But here with the Empress, it's like, this is about getting into the abundant nature and nurturing what's coming next, right? Nurturing, feeling abundant within the self, not feeling lack, not feeling like, you know, whenever you feel like you're tied to something, I feel like that's an energy of lack. The Empress is, she births, she's very fertile with creativity and new ideas. That's what Spirit is trying to get through to you. The sky is the limit. You can ask for what you want. Making sure that you overcome this challenge and stay the course of what you're doing in your present energy. Be open-minded. If there's a certain job you want to go for, if there's a certain, if you're asking for something in love, you don't want that to be in this energy of settling, and you don't want to self-sabotage this thing before it even has a chance to come to fruition. Spirit, what's coming through the archetype? Nope, that's not what I want to ask. What is the archetype? Because we switched it up. What is the archetype that is going to help the collective move into alignment? And, oh, well, they're like, okay, we already know. The Teacher card popped up. Okay, the light attribute, ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. That is so interesting because it's like right away Spirit is saying, like, with the Empress and being able to nurture, it's like you need to nurture what you're good at. You need to nurture what you have skill at. There's something that Spirit is highlighting. You guys, when I look off to the side, also, just for any of you guys who are wondering, like, why does she do that? I'm like connecting, and it's like I'm reading the energy. It's for some reason I've just always done. I will always look over to the right when I'm like receiving. You probably already knew that. The shadow attribute is manipulating or abusing students, teaching negative traits and destructive skills. That's not what Spirit wants you to know. Spirit is talking to you about being able to come from this place of being able to communicate from a place of what you know. It's kind of like a strength that you have, and you need to nurture it through the energy of the Empress. It's about creativity and coming more from a connective space about what it is that you want to be doing and how it is that you want to be doing that. Some of you guys might be teaching other people or leading other people, quite literally. You're natural born leaders, some of you. Okay, Spirit, what's the next archetype that's going to support the collective? Moving into higher alignment. Hello. Okay, so we got 3. It's a good place to leave it. Okay. Child magical. We have seen this one before. I have no doubt. I can't remember which reading, but I know we've seen it. You see that? Okay. Seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Some of you guys need to remain open-minded. It reminds me of the energy of the 4 of Cups. It's like sometimes unexpected blessings they come from unexpected places, which means you have to be open-minded to receive, and you can't just think on a practical level. You have to allow yourself to be in the energy of spirit. Like, spirit works in mysterious ways, so it may not just always feel so practical. And like, here in the 3D, we kind of like expect, it's like, oh, well, if I want this certain job, it's like, okay, these are my qualifications and I'll be a good candidate for this job, and these are the jobs available. When spirit might be like, oh, well, you're only looking at those jobs, when what if something that you want to do, it lies outside of that, and bump your qualifications. Maybe the qualifications are only one aspect. It's like, to manifest, you have to nurture through creativity and belief. Okay. The next one is the detective. The light attribute says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Shadow is voyeurism, falsification of information, falsifying information. So, observation and intuition, which makes me think here of the two of swords. You want to make sure that you are really sussing out these opportunities, but it's not from a place of fear and lack. I feel like you really need to hear that. This is a place of understanding that you have had certain experiences in the past, and you know which ones you don't want to repeat, and you are equipped to discern that. So use your intuition and seek out the truth. Really seek out the truth in situations, whether it has to do with opportunities coming or it has to do right now. I mean, your current challenge is about dealing with this low frequency ish that's going on, whether it's a person or a job or whatever, and not feeling like you have to adhere to, I feel like their energy is like, oh, a boss, or you have to do it in a certain way with the Hierophant, and Spirit's saying like, hear the truth. Hear the truth. Seek out the truth. Okay, last card up. Ooh, the camera's still on. Okay, rescuer. You guys, I'm going to find a solution to this. I just, need to do it. Rescuer provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Ooh, I really want to give you a word about this because this is really important, I feel, for you. Shadow attribute assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. So rescuer card for me is kind of like putting all people before you put yourself. Okay. And Spirit I feel like they're saying you need to work on that. Because sometimes what can happen is, it's like you want to be careful that you're not entering into this exchange contract with people where it's like, okay, if I show up and I help them and I do X, Y, and Z for them, then that's going to somehow manifest or pay off in some sort of a way. But I'm hearing like, if you're working with somebody who is immature or shady or who doesn't like to step up to the plate, they're not operating on that higher spiritual level, I feel like you're going to be left empty-handed. Right. And also it's this message of, you want to make sure you're doing this from a pure of heart place, and that you're not doing it with the intention of getting back. I don't feel like that's most of you. I feel like this card is speaking to whoever this is for. You have a nature within you, I think, to just give in general. And I just think this is about bringing a little bit more balance to that. And something about helping people in need. Sometimes the help is getting clear and getting the hell out. I don't know. That energy just came up in a big way. Sometimes the way you help someone is by laying down the boundary and saying, I will not be a part of this with you, because what you're doing, Spirit said, no, it's not. And they may know that already. So I feel like, there's more than one way to act out of love towards somebody and towards a situation. And sometimes it really is saying, I can't do this with you anymore. I got to move on to something. I feel like it makes them have to look in the mirror and decide what they want to do from there, and also own their stuff. So that's really the message, you guys, is keeping on, right? You're not doing anything wrong. It might feel slower than you want it, but you're laying the foundation in the correct way. And that's admirable. That's amazing. Think outside the box, nurture your creativity, ask for what you want. Nothing that you want is too much to ask, Spirit is saying. So if you're like, oh, I'll never get that, well, then, yeah, like my mentor says, congratulations, you won't get that. So be the Empress, nurture moving forward, get into the spirit of abundance, and the answer will be yes. Say no to shady shit. Okay? Love you. I will see you guys in the next reading. Bye-bye.